Hi, this is Dave with Media Digitronics. What I'm going to do in this video is introduce you to a new feature that I've added into ScrapPage Pro, and that's the ability to build action pages from your Ancestry GEDCOM database or any other genealogy database that you have. It's all done through something called a GEDCOM file, and if you're not familiar with these, you can download these from your genealogy program, and there's instructions in the help files of how to do that, and this is what they look like. You can see they're kind of a garbled mess, but somewhere in here, buried in here, is names and dates and things that you would care about. It's just not readily apparent how to get to them. So in ScrapPage, what I've done is I've added a way to extract the information, or at least the pertinent information, from the file. And here's an example of what you would get when you do that. You'd have like a name, the sex, the birth and date records, spouse, children. If there was a marriage date, that would be there, and a location as well, their parents, and if there were a note attached to this particular record, it would also be there. So how does all this happen? Well, probably the simplest way is for me to just show you in ScrapPage. So what I'll do is, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start a picture page, and I'll just go up here, and I have a nice little background that I use a lot. We'll open this up like this. Now, keep in mind that the purpose of ScrapPage is not to displace Ancestry or your current genealogy program, but only to accent it by enabling you to build very attractive layouts that can be shared very simply with anybody that you want over email or social media or anything else. So now we've got this background. What we'll do here is I'm going to go in and I'm going to open up a new item on my action list, and that is a family database. Now it comes up and looks like this. Now to extract a GEDCOM file, all you have to do is tell it which file you want to extract. Now I'll just take this one here from my family tree, and it's done extracting it now. So I can go in here and I can search on it. Now I'll just, on the first few letters of the name, I'll tell it to go, and there's all the Fitzpatricks that's in there. Here's me, and I'll just open that up. Now to build my tree, all I have to do now is click on this Auto Tree button, and it allows me to build it for a number of generations. It defaults to 4, so let's just stay with that. So anyway, I'll go ahead and build this tree, and when I do, you'll see it comes up, and there I am, and there's my father and mother and my grandparents and that sort of thing. So if we wanted to see, oh, and by the way, I wanted to mention too that it opens up automatically with a text box, and that's where the information that was on that earlier slide is going to be displayed when you click on one of these nodes. So when I go here and now I say I want to build an action page, I'll go in here now like so, and when this comes up, you'll see that it gives me the option of going to where I want. I'm going to build it for local viewing. I always keep, as you remember from any of my other videos, I always keep a little thing around called test that I can just overwrite all the time. Just make sure that I've got what I want. So there, now it's finished building that page, so I'm going to go ahead and view it. So when it comes up, there's what it looks like. And if we click on the names, you'll see that there's the information for me, there's the information for my father, for my mother. You can also just close that off anytime that you want. If you want to see a whole lot of information here, my grandmother and grandfather had a lot of children. There are all 15 of them there. So that's their information. And anyway, let me show you one other thing real quick, and that is that these things are just text boxes. So if you want to increase or decrease the size of them, you can do that and set them wherever you want. They can be any old place on the screen. But you want to kind of keep them in the box where they belong. But if you move them around, that's okay, because the link goes with them. So anyway, that's the way it all works. You could do it for any number of different, let's go back in there. You could do it for any number of different there's a royal, for instance, this is a British royalty. And if I open that up and tell it to extract, it's done with that now. And I say I go in here to the House of Windsor, and I can look and see on the Windsor house, and let's say I go to Prince Charles right here, and we can take this out to 5 or something just to see the difference here. So we'll do an auto tree on Prince Charles. The more links you have, the longer it takes for the computation, but that's okay. It doesn't take very long. It's just a few seconds for it to extract the information that you need and put it all together in a tree like that. So there's Prince Charles, his thing. Now if I go here, now we'll go in again, and we'll build him as a test. And it's already there, but that's okay. I'll tell it to overwrite. Now we'll view Prince Charles. You'll be able to see that here's Prince Charles, here's his information. And if we go all the way out here to, say, George V, there's his information, and so forth. So here's Queen Elizabeth, by the way. So there's her 4 children. Her father was George VI, and Queen Elizabeth was her mother. So that's the way it all works. Now, you can also, once you've built these pages, they're just like any other action page in ScrapPage. You can link them together. And for instance, if we go here to this Prince Charles, where I've done some linking already, you can see that I've got the information here for Charles and like I say, for his mother, for Queen Elizabeth. And we can go on over here then, and we can say, well, okay, what about if we wanted to go past here? Here's Edward VII, but what is there anything beyond him? Well, of course there is. And we click on that. Now we come up to here's Edward VII's page. And if you follow him through, you'll see the Queen Victoria, his mother was there, and on down through George III and everybody else that's involved in the British royalty. And in Queen Victoria's case, we can say, okay, there was her bio information that we have, but also, if you want, you could put a link and we could find her children, because it, along with being able to give a tree, it'll give a regression tree as well to the children. So here you could say, all right, all of these people have information. There's all of the data for her kids. But also I said in here, by the way, these links they don't have to be kept as being links to text. And I cleared the link out, and I made this link, and this link be to photos. That is for Victoria and Albert. So if you click on that, you get a picture of Queen Victoria. And if you click on this, you get a picture of Prince Albert. And like all of them, you can always jump it back with various links that allow you to do that. So that's an overview of how all of this works in ScrapPage. And I hope this video came across as showing you this new feature and lets you do some exciting things real quickly with your databases from Ancestry or other genealogy programs. Until the next time, this is Dave with Media Digitronics. Bye-bye.